Hey everybody, I'm Suzanne. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a transfer. Okay, so I have a workshop coming up, and a lot of people who attend workshops, they want to go there to learn to paint. Maybe not everybody's like really good, doesn't really spend enough time drawing, and I want to not use their time making sure everybody gets something precisely drawn onto their substrates. So to make it easier, we do transfers. And so for those of the, I'm doing this video for the folks that will be attending this workshop coming up, actually this weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Booth Art Academy, and it is the Birds and Botanicals workshop. So the paintings that we're going to be doing for this class are the little hummingbird piece, and these are 9 by 12 substrates, okay? I have the hummingbird and the thrasher. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do the thrasher's substrate transfer, okay? So I've already done the hummingbird, and you can tell there's a very loose kind of drawing on here. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. I'm using graphite paper. Now, if you don't have graphite paper, you can take a printed out version of whatever it is that you're going to be painting. And in this case, we're doing, I just went to Office Depot and got a, basically a copy of the painting that we'll be doing for the class. So you could, if you don't have graphite paper, could just go ahead and use pencil or whatever graphite, or you could use fine charcoal. You could use a lot of different things. I've seen it even done with oil paint. Now, I'm not that neat. I don't think I could do it that way. I'd probably make a mess out of my of my whole substrate if I did that. So I try to do it with the least amount of mess for me. And so I'm going to show you how to do it with a piece of transfer or graphite paper. And generally that's what graphite paper is used for. You can get it at any, like your Jerry's Artorama or your any art supply store. You can get it there, and I keep it on hand. So I'm going to show you how I do these transfers for this kind of class. Again, the first thing you're going to need is your substrate. In this case, the substrate is a 9 by 12 gessoed panel. I get the Da Vinci dual-sided substrates. They're really super, super, super smooth on one side, and there's just a tiny bit of tooth on the other side. We're going to do the transfer on the toothy side, okay? So I'm going to show you how to set up and do your transfer. So I have the substrate toothy side up, okay? And I'm going to take a piece of graphite paper, okay? And you can see I've used this quite a bit. You can use it more than once, and I just used it for the little hummingbird piece. And I'm going to tape it on. Now I tape it on because, you know what, guys? I'm a messy person. And I know full well that if I don't, I will have a big, it won't stay in one place. So I tape it down. Then I take my reference, and I actually did this a little bit smaller than the original, which is 9 by 12, which I think is going to look better anyway, because it fits onto the substrate a little bit better. And I just tape that on, because guess what? I don't want that moving either. Now, this one's a little bit more where you can see the flowers in the background, the bird itself. You use your transfer the way you think you need to. I'm going to transfer everything. So I'm going to take just a sharp point, and it doesn't have to be actual pencil. It could just be a very sharp point, but the pencil allows me to see where I've been and where I haven't been yet when I do the tracing. So I'm going to start with the bird, because that's the one thing that's probably the most intricate. And what I do is I just go along the outside. And now you can break your lead, it doesn't matter, because you're really not, the lead here is just to show where I've been. And of course, if you're not a very good drawer and you have a timed kind of workshop where you only have so much time to get this stuff down, this is a huge time saver. And in any of my workshops that I've been teaching, I try to give you a transfer, you know, the reference of whatever it is that we're painting ahead of time, so that you can do this transfer. Now, obviously when I first did the painting, I didn't use a transfer. I just painted it on. But I want to keep everybody on the same track when we're working. And I think this is the best way to do it, because I end up losing people in the weeds. Maybe they're not very familiar with bird anatomy or the particular species we're painting, or maybe they're just not really people that draw very much. And that's, you know, that's okay. They come to the workshop to learn to paint, and I'll help them achieve their goals as best I can. And I'm just going around the edges and drawing this on. Now I could just do a time lapse to save you guys the me talking through this, because basically what I'm doing is I'm just tracing out all the lines, all the spots on the bird's breast, all this stuff. But now with here's the moment of truth, right? So I'll usually just do one side, because if I didn't quite get it all, I can pull it back down and it will all be secure. So I'm just going to lift up from the bottom and see what we got. And that actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll bring it in closer for you to see. And here you can see the bird. You can see enough of what is going to be painted in the workshop to be able to, you know, this will help guide you. It looks like this one flower that was a little bit off, but I can fill that in. I can fill that in. But that's basically, folks, how you do a transfer. I hope you found that helpful. And that's it. It's not a hard process. And you can see I have two ready to paint panels. You can see that you can see the pictures. You see there's the thrasher and the Cherokee rose, and there's the hummingbird with the zinnias. So that's it. This is going to save a lot of time, folks, and I'll generally go over them a little bit with them just to kind of make sure my lines look good. Of course, again, this is a workshop, so I'm going to be teaching others how to paint, so I want to be able to start off making it look easy. I don't want to make it look easy, because it is easy. That part, the transfer is easy, but I don't want it to be murky. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my lines just a little bit. And that's it. So if you have any questions at all, just put them down in the comment section. I'll try to get to you. And that's it. So from Kingsport, Tennessee, I want to say thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time.